Tech. We are good friends of Gwinnett Tech. I'm a 36-year retired banker, left banking about 6 years ago and started a 501c3 that's community and economic development focused. And what we've done is brought something that we like to call the anatomy of sustainability into the workforce development space. So you gotta meet people where they are, right? So we believe in 4 pillars. We have 4 pillars, and we refer to them affectionately as the anatomy of sustainability. So what is required to produce a sustainable human? Mental and physical wellness. When we're in the schools, we talk about social emotional wellness. So the work that we do is highly collaborative. We create a tribe and we wrap that tribe around folks. That second pillar is educational attainment. That's what we've been blessed to come alongside Gwinnett Tech and our work with Peach State Federal Credit Union and come into the classroom and talk about what it looks like to complete that education. Because what we all know is that if your mind is not right, what will happen is you will continue to repeat behaviors. You will not develop self-efficacy. So again, teaching somebody a skill, which I'm really honored that you all are doing. My granddaddy said that you have to pay for the space you take up on the planet, so whatever it is and wherever it is that you put your hand to, you should be a subject matter expert. So that's where education comes in. The third pillar is workforce and career development. We're grooming people to become employable and promotable. At the end of the day, a livable wage is where we need to have people, and that education along with that workforce development. And we've got to teach folks that are returning back into society, what does it look like to come into the workplace to be promotable and to actually be able to manage your emotions, because we've got to address that issue. And then lastly, it's financial literacy and capability. At the end of the day, if you're not earning a livable wage, if you are not able to care for yourself and care for your family, then what happens is there's an extra added burden. So teaching people really how to manage their finances, teaching them how to establish goals, set goals so that homeownership, even small business, can become a reality. So what we believe is that those 4 pillars, they develop self-efficacy, and we have seen it. We've been doing this work for almost 6 years. We're doing a lot of work in the Grove Park community. We're working with the Grove Park Foundation. Many of our coaching clients are returning citizens. And what we've noticed is that when you don't have that tribe effect and you don't wrap those services around an individual and their families immediately, they will run amok. So you can't send them somewhere, but the work that we do is all inclusive. So when we start that process, all of our practitioners, we come together on a regular basis to identify where the folks are from a moving forward standpoint and perspective. And I'm gonna let Dr. Rhonda talk a little bit about the workforce development component.
So yes, we definitely take a holistic approach to the work that we do. And it is very important, right? It's one thing to gain the skill, but how do we keep people there? Assist them with creating a plan to keep the job, and then what are their plans outside of that job? Because we really want to help businesses see that these people, our returning citizens, can be, just as capable of having access to resources as anyone else. They can be a bankable person. They can become homeowners, and they can become entrepreneurs. And so basically what we do when we partner with organizations, we find out what it is that they need, right? So we see that you guys have the educational component, but what else do they need? And we use coaching, one-to-one coaching is really where we see the greater outcomes come about. It's one thing to teach in a group environment, but every individual in that group, they're totally different, right? And they have totally different goals where they see themselves and their families. And we feel like that's where the greater impact takes place. So we definitely feel like the right collaborations, the right programming, right, and definitely the right outcomes will assist the returning citizens with returning into any workforce, whether it's Gwinnett or Fulton, ready to make great impact into the workforce. But not only that, we're empowering them, right, to be a resource for their family, leave family legacies. And so it definitely is a holistic